Good morning, YouTube. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Um, those who do not know me, my name is Frank Arturo Villa. I'm a artist. I'm also a recovered heroin addict, heroin and opiates and meth, coke, crack. 17 years of active addiction, drug dealing lifestyle, peer mayhem, trauma, and I found art. I found art as therapy and expression. Expression actually for me is helps me lose my fear. I'm diagnosed with PTSD and bipolar, and I do not take any pharmaceutical meds. I do it all natural and just use my tools to cope. And one thing that has helped me a lot has been this expression, losing the fear of the unknown, of of change. Really, that's one thing that is so constant, and we try to hold on to it. That's why we keep shooting up. That's why we keep going back to the same people, the same scenarios. But when you look at it, you think it's different, but in reality, they're all just eliciting the same emotions. So we can stay trapped in the same way of thinking, in the same way of being. And for me, I had a big spiritual awakening. I mean, it was profound. It got me to where I'm at now, and it got me to change my thinking, my ways of being. Hasn't been easy, but the journey has been worth it so far, you know? And I want you guys to take the time to recognize that you are an extension of Source, that you are divine, that everything serves a purpose, man. We're all here to come and experience an aspect of Source, a uniqueness of Source. Out of 7 billion, almost 8 billion people on the planet, no one is like you. No one is like me. We're unique. And all we got to do is remember that. And keep remembering and keep saying, I remember. This whole mental health thing and all the shamanic practices, they say that those are the healers. Just confused, you know? Finding a way, trying to find a way to heal and to break free because we see the lie of what society is. And most of us just got sucked up into it. But there we learned how to survive. We actually thrived in our fucking environment because we are built for it. Because that's the grit that we're gonna need to break free from those shackles. That shackle of forgetfulness that we have. And as soon as we start recognizing this light that we are in the mitochondria energy that's in every cell, in every spark that crosses our synapses, that fires our neurons, it's all electrical, it's all light, it's all energy. And our emotions is what plays a key factor in it, our beliefs and how we view ourselves, our experience, and Source is just waiting there to give us back, to give us back that remembrance, that love. And all we have to do is seek for it, man. And then you will truly find who you are. And I'll give you a good way of finding thyself, as they say, you know, by figuring out who you're not, because we're all playing a fucking role out here, man. You know, everybody wants peace, everybody wants joy, everybody wants to be helped, everybody wants to help because it feels good when you help somebody. No matter what fucking world you come from, you get honored no matter what, you know, if you help. Or you get thanked, you get praised. And there's this feeling that comes along with that, right? And once we learn the art of cause and effect and how our beliefs and our emotions dictate our actions, thus gives us a fucking reality, man. We are all responsible for what's going on in this world. We all contributed to it one way or another with fear. That's it, fear, man. And the more that we face our fears, because we all individuals have our own fears, but when you put it down in simple terms, fear is fear regardless. As long as you know the difference between, we're going to have these natural fears that are going to protect us, which comes from us being here over millions of years as an existence, as life. My spiritual awakening really came after a 30-day meth induced psychosis, I guess. I had taken off to Mexico to go detox from heroin because in this particular place that I'm from, there was it's a real small ranch community, so there's no heroin, but there was meth and there was benzos. So I would speedball it, man. I would take a bunch of benzos and to not sleep. Well, fuck, you know. I found a syringe over there because my grandmother was diabetic, and bam, I just started slamming meth twice a day with benzos for like 30 days. I fucking lost it. I almost killed a couple individuals out there with the machete. Me and my father got into this big old clash, and one day I woke up, no money, no meth, no nothing, and I just woke up and I just fucking cried my eyes out. I could see my whole life. I could see, I understood why everything had happened. A couple nights previous to that, um, I was fighting with some guys from that town, and in the midst of that, we were throwing rocks at each other. They were throwing rocks to our house. They wouldn't come close because I don't know. We're pretty psychotic then. All like I said, meth fueled, and they were probably on meth themselves. But anyways, in the middle of all that, I saw this being of light holding a little boy and a little girl, one on each side, and they were glowing. And the people that were throwing rocks, they were glowing also. And I had done acid and psychedelics before, so in my mind, I was just telling myself, okay, I'm just tripping. I was like, what the fuck is that? You know, and I was even asking my father, and he, I don't know, he couldn't see the lady, but he could see that the people were glowing or some shit. I don't know. But I was just, in my mind, I was just telling myself, it's the meth, yeah, whatever. But like I said, a couple days later, when everything crashed, um, I woke up, and I was so far gone that I was about to join certain individuals that once you join, it's you can't get out. You know what I mean? You'll be out doing whatever you got to do. And and I knew that if I stayed there, they had cut the electricity, so everything that we had to eat spoiled, and all you could smell was death. Like, I don't know if you've smelled rotted meat or an animal on the side of the road, but the smell of death is the smell of death. So the whole house smelled like death, and I was just fucking crying, man. We had planted a bunch of stuff, and we couldn't sell anything. I ruined the truck. Everything just fell apart, man. And I knew if I stayed there, because I was getting these feelings like they were about to give me a hot shot because everybody knew that I was shooting up. It's a real small town, and they're not used to that shit. So I could sense that they were gonna either get ready to kill me or give me a hot shot so I'd OD or some shit. And I was very paranoid, and that smell of death was a sign. Like, I knew the crossroads right then and there, like how we're constantly giving opportunities. Like right now, if you're listening to this, you might be dope sick or you might be in rehab, and this might be your sign. You know what I mean? I don't know how many times when I was in rehab, I heard a lot of people. You know, this is my fifth time, 10th time. You know, you're only gonna get so many chances, and each time is the creator, God, source, whatever you want to believe. But you better start believing in that, man. That's our salvation. Not better. You do what you do. You know what I mean? I'm not here to tell you what to do. What I am here is to share a story that once you believe that you are worthy, that no matter what you come from, that you are an extension of source, and that everything you're going through is for a purpose. And once you realize that purpose, everything that you've fucking gone through to survive to be at this point right now, you can use all those fucking tools to go all out to your next shit. Especially if you lost all your kids, if you lost everything, then what else? There's nothing left but to go all out. You know what I mean? My father used to say is when we used to lose all the money or whatever, when we're dealing or whatever, is you know you can't just give up. I mean, once you're down, there's no other place to go but up. There's no other place to go but up. So when you're in the darkness, there's no other ways to go but to the light. Light that shit. Light your sorrows. Light your fucking regrets. Those are all flames, man. That's all energy for you to move. The sadness is trying to get you to seek joy. The rage is trying to get you to seek peace. You just gotta find their polar opposites, whatever that means for you. You know? Um, Thank you again for everybody who takes the time to listen. And I thank you for the work that you're doing because it's that important. You're like a ray of light, an octave in the fucking cosmos, and the way the universe and God feels. And you're vital. You're so vital to it. You're so important to it. That without you, the world doesn't continue in a sense. You know what I mean? Without your change, you keep doing the same old shit, then the world's always going to be the same. And the only world that matters is the one that's your world. because that's all there is, man. You're the one. Have a blessed day, and thank you again. Much love, love and light. You are worthy. I believe in you. Do not give up. Never fucking give up.